So you say that you're confident in your outlook for the year ahead. How much is that confidence based on what you see in your American business, that being such a big driver of your profits?
Yeah, America's about 2/3 of our business, but our fastest growing market and our second biggest market is Greater China. And actually, if you look, we saw growth pretty much across the world. You know, we're in 100 countries and we have a pretty good view. And we also undertake a long-term view in our business. It takes time to invest and build in hotels and build them up. So overall, absolutely, there's some uncertainties out there, but we are confident. And that's really what drove our decision to raise our ordinary dividend by 11% and also return another $400 million to shareholders.
You are confident. What do you see then? You've given us a bit of a detail there. What do you see in your US business? Is there such thing as a Trump boost to your hotels business when we look at some measures of the US economy, for example, optimism levels among small and medium-sized businesses? That seems to be doing pretty nicely post-Trump's victory. What do you see in the demand picture for the US?
Well, there's two sides to it. I think in terms of sort of guest demand in the shorter term, then we saw a decent performance in the fourth quarter and sort of 2% overall virtually growth in RevPAR, and that's even with an ongoing negative impact in oil markets. I think in terms of longer term, then we signed more deals than we've signed in terms of new hotels since 2008. So I think very hard to attribute it to Trump or anything else, but I think clearly if the economy grows, then that's beneficial to the travel industry and certainly be beneficial to us.
Does the travel ban, Trump's attempts to introduce a travel ban, what that might snowball into or turn into, does that have any impact on your business? Do you notice that in your bookings at all, or is your US business very sort of domestically driven?
Yeah, most of the hotel market is domestically driven, and certainly in the US, where Holiday Inn is our biggest brand, mid-market brand by a mile, then it's mainly domestic. So I think the travel ban is at the margin, and certainly in a short period of time like this, we haven't seen it. So we'll have to see what happens. But overall, people are travelling more, and even in the US, we've seen many months of record demand levels, and occupancy for us is pretty much at an all-time high. So I think overall, it looks like a good shape.
What are you expecting him to do in terms of tax cuts for the hotel industry? Is that something that's on the radar?
Well, I wish it were. I've not heard of anything specific for the hotel industry. I think the thing that drives the hotel industry...
Are you lobbying for any? Are you talking to the administration at all?
Not on anything specific like that. I mean, we do interact often through the trade associations, but I think for our business, it is more about long-term, or it's GDP growth, corporate profitability, disposable income for leisure travel and so on. And that's been pretty positive, both in the US, I mentioned China, we had a strong quarter in the UK as well. So generally, as I say, people travel, that's been growing, and it's been a positive market.
Any plans for M&A at the moment, Richard? Marriott overtook IHG, of course, in terms of size after buying Starwood. Do you have any plans to retake that crown?
No, I don't think being big for the sake of being big is of any value in the industry. I mean, we have significant scale. We have over 770,000 hotel rooms. We opened 40,000 new rooms. We signed 500-odd hotels last year. So we have the scale. And I think our focus is, frankly, on innovating with our existing brands, Open Lobby in Holiday Inn, a whole new room design in Holiday Inn Express, adding new brands, and operational excellence. I think in a time when there is M&A going on, what's really important is actually you run your business extremely well. So we grew our margins, we grew our revenues, grew our profitability, as you know, and that's really our focus.